Hey everybody, how's it going? John here, Books, Whips, and Chains. How's it going? What are you guys all up to? It's Monday night. Sorry I wasn't here on the weekend. I was at a family reunion, but I was learning lots of cool things. Okay, I learned one thing, and just pulling up my channel for a second. View my channel. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to me. I'm up to 83 subs right now. 83 subs on my channel. That's great. Thanks, everybody. Had a wonderful weekend. That's hey Herb, hey Connie. It's great you're crocheting. That's awesome. There you go. Hey Joe, hey Annie. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hi
Oh, I had
Connie.
some
Hi
dad
Herb.
jokes to tell you. I had some dad jokes to tell you. You cut me off. I can't say them on my show though.
Good.
I gotta say that. I gotta say them in hangout. I gotta say them in hangout afterwards though.
Okay.
They're not good.
What's the good dad jokes?
Say hi, Herb. Hi, Connie.
Actually, there's one dad joke I can tell on here. You ready for it?
Ready.
Family of tomatoes were walking down the road. Dad tomato, mama tomato, and two little brother tomatoes. One's older than the other one. They're not twins or anything, right? They're going down the road, and the smallest baby tomato is just dawdling on his way. And the dad tomato's like, "Come on, let's go. We got places to be, people to see, places to go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up." He's like, "Nyeh, nyeh, 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 nyeh." And dad tomato's just getting a little irate, the little baby tomato. Yeah, don't make me come back there, right? And nyeh, 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 nyeh. So then, dad tomato's a little peeved. Mom tomato's trying to calm him down. He's like, "No, I gotta go deal with this." So he goes back there, steps on him, and says, "Catch up."
Oh, God.
I didn't see that one
Lord.
coming at
Hi,
all.
Adele.
Hey,
So
Adele.
bad. So bad.
Told you.
Hi Adele.
But you're laughing.
Because it's so
So,
bad.
Yeah,
now,
gotta tell that.
uh, so uh, Kelly told us like he lives up the road from me. He told us at the dinner table like while we're all eating, and I laughed. He laughed. A couple of other dads laughed because we all got the joke. And all the kids were all like, "What? That doesn't make any sense, right?" It was hilarious. It was hilarious. We're laughing. We were laughing. We were laughing. We were snorting. Milk was spitting out
The
people's
kids never
noses.
get dad jokes.
I know. It was freaking hilarious though. So on my long weekend,
Dang kids.
I took my crochet with me. I didn't take a lot of crochet stuff with me. I took what I needed. I figured I would be working on. I already heard about this from somebody else that if I leave the house with crochet stuff, make sure I take more than what I need. I had extra hooks. I had a little bit of extra yarn, but apparently not enough, not a wide enough variety. I didn't take any stitch markers with me, which I needed, and I had scissors.
I had a little bit of extra yarn.
Didn't have a tape measure.
Not a wide enough
I
variety.
hear an echo from one of you.
Stitch markers with me, which I didn't need it. And
Must be
This
Annie,
is
not
why
me.
we have notions.
didn't have a tape measure.
Well, I know, but and while I'm out at the family reunion, there was a lady that there was a lady I met there, and she actually lives like 8 blocks down the road, right? So, and the reason I know that she was a crocheter, I told Joe this already. The reason I know she was a crocheter because as I saw her, she had this she had this crocheted phone holder over her shoulder, right? And then beside that, she had this crocheted bottle holder over her shoulder. Now, who walks around just casually walking around with crocheted phone holders and bottle holders? If you're not a crocheter, hey Jess, anybody? Anybody? No, crocheters, of course, right?
People who buy them from people who crochet.
No, no. She looked like she had that look about her. She had that crochet look about her, right? If there's a look of for a crocheter, anyway. So she looked like a crocheter. So I said, "Hey, how's it going?" Blah 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 blah. We got introduced, and her name's Donna, and like I said, she lives about 8 blocks that way. So we can actually get together and do some crocheting stuff. She's self-taught. She's only been doing it for 2 years, but she has everything locked up in here. She knows stitches. She can freaking tell you patterns, like pull them out of her head and say, okay. She can look at a picture and tell you exactly how many stitches the stitch count should be on it and what stitches go where just by looking at the picture of it. I'm like, she's like a freaking crochet savant, right? So I was over in the corner of the table. I was against one of the walls on the tables, crocheting this, working on my lapgan, right? We were talking about crochet and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, like, oh, what do you do and what are you working on?" Blah blah. So she showed me a couple of things, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's cool. We'll have to meet up later, right?" So I'm in the hall working on my lapgan, and I got an extra 3 rows. I got 3 more rows put onto it, so it's actually growing, right? It's growing, and 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 it's growing. So I'm making some good progress on that. And then my hands were actually getting tired because not enough water, too much partying. So I started working on another washcloth, and because somebody said, you know what, if you made a trio of washcloths and put inside an auction, I'm sure it would sell. I didn't finish the trio of washcloths, so apparently people want to buy 6 packs of washcloths for Christmas, but they want to pick their own colors. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, no problem with
Yeah.
that, because they want to match their house, obviously, right? So then we started talking about. So I'm up with Donna later on after our big cornhole tournament and everything else. Got cut out in the third round. So we were doing pretty good until the third round. But there was 2 more rounds after that. But anyway, so we were talking about this fancy stitch that she had done on one of her projects in her notions bag, and she had like 10 projects on the go in her bag. I'm like, wow, like why so many? She goes, I get bored easily, and I like to start new stuff. I'm like, okay, that sounds a little familiar. So she showed me this. The link is actually in the description in the show. I'll show you a little bit of it right now. So bear with me, and I'll show you a little bit of it. And tell me if this is not like one of the coolest stitches you ever saw. I know you guys mentioned on it already, though, but I'll show you a little bit of this right now.
Okay, let's see it.
Cardigan, sweater, and anything that you can design with. So for this flower square,
So she said a cardigan, crop top, scarf, whatever have you, right? And it all starts with a basic square. And in this video, she gives instructions on how to start everything. And I learned how to do my first magic circle apparently. And product is this fancy
I
little
think
square.
people
So
overthink
right there.
Magic Circle a lot.
Yeah, because when you guys were when you guys were explaining it, when Jessica was trying to explain magic circles to me, I'm like, what are you talking about? This makes no sense to me at all. So she explained magic circle to me and showed me a magic circle and how easy it was to make one. I'm like, okay. So we start the pattern. So we start the pattern off, with a magic circle. She showed me how to make a magic circle, and then it was like 6 single stitches after that, 6 single crochet stitches after that to make a circle with the tag hanging off the end, and then it was like uh, 2 singles inside each one of those singles to make a 12. So you 6, 12, and like it's all exposed of sixes, right? 6, 12, 18s, 24s, right? So the thing is that as we're working these along, she looked like she was getting a little frustrated with me, but then I told her that I've only been doing it for about 2 months, and I only have about 20 some odd hours of actual crochet time into this. And she was like shocked and taken aback because of my lap gown I was working on, and I showed her my other projects as well, right? So as we're working on these, I'll show this on my camera here. So as we're working on these, this is hers. Okay, this is hers that she made. And this is mine that is half started. Center right there. Right?
Okay.
So it's not too shabby for a start. Now she was using a 3.5, and I was using 6. So, but coincidence, we were actually using the exact same yarn because I happen to have an extra roll of my loops and threads, facets that I had with me for my lap gown. And she was actually using the exact same thread or yarn for hers. Difference in color is because of where she actually started from, right? Because of the difference in ombres on here. So that turns out that one full section of color will make one full flower. Like you see a little bit different, a slight change of color in these, but it's going to turn out like really cool. Hey, Greg, how's it going?
Hey, Greg.
So
Hi,
going
Greg.
with that, she starts off with her magic circle in the center, does 6, does 2 doubles on that, and then you turn into a single. Turn into a single, then a double, and then a single, and then a single a slip stitch, and then into each of those 12 on the top, which end up these ones here. And then you do the same thing for the next round of rows, working from the bottom. So the bottom and the top, bottom and the top for 3 full rows, and then you end up doing chains. Chain of 8, chain of 6, 8. Those are 8, 6, 6, 8. 6, 6, 8, 6, 6, 8, 6, 6, 8 to get your square, right? Now the coolest thing about these is that they look bulky and they look hard to put together. But if you watch the video that I put the link in the description there, the backs of these are actually flat. And you can see the magic circle, dead center, right? And then everything works in this circular pattern off of that. And they're flat on the back side, which is freaking cool. And like she said, so she was making a cardigan. The girl I met, Donna, right? So I think this is like the coolest little freaking flower granny square that I've done so far. Mine so far, hers. It will get there, but first try.
You know, you can
Not a
get
bad
like
start.
the scrubby and make them like that. Make either face scrubbies or like dish scrubbies with them. Give them as gifts.
Oh yeah, I can do that too. So I thought that was like the coolest little freaking stick I'd ever seen so far in person, right? And she actually took the time to teach me how to do one. But I didn't have enough stitch markers. You need like 6 stitch markers to mark all your spots while you're doing these, and I didn't have my magnifying glass to find all these small tiny little stitches I'm working with. That's my fun weekend.
John.
And she wants to show me more.
John.
Yes.
Did you have
yes.
other yarn? Did you have?
Did I have
then
what?
you had stitch markers. You have to be. You have stitch. You can.
I had one
use
stitch marker.
anything for. You can use a bread bag tie. You can use bread bag ties. You can use another piece of yarn. You can use a shoestring, a button. You just got to know how to do it.
Yeah, it's gotta know how to
Yeah, be
do it.
creative.
So
Come on. Keep the juices
to
flowing.
be creative, she actually had like a bag of freaking. Like, she had like 1,000 stitch markers with her, so she threw me some while I was there. So it was fine because she was so helpful,
So John
and
needs stitch marker.
she wanted she wanted to help me. And it was awesome. And um, so she's like, and she starts pulling these whips out of her freaking bag. She's like, oh, look at this I'm making. Oh, look at this I'm making. Oh, look at this I'm making. I'm like, ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. And we started talking about all the crocheters on YouTube that I deal with. And then she was talking about all the crocheters that she watches and stuff. And we got a lot of crocheters in common that we watch that we're sub to and everything else. I'm like, oh yeah, I watch her. I watch her. I watch her. And she's like, um, I mentioned my show. She's like, no, I haven't heard of that one yet. So I grabbed her phone. She passed me her phone. I put my name in for her. I said, oh, this one right here, Hooks, Whips, and Change. She goes, Hooks, Whips, that doesn't sound like a crochet site. I'm like, no, trust me, it is. I subbed her on it. She looked through it. She started playing videos on it. She goes, that's you. I said, yes, that's me. She goes, you're a famous YouTube star? I'm like, no, I'm not famous. I'm not a famous YouTube star. But thank you. So yeah, so she says I can give her a call up or message her whenever.
Yes.
Yep.
See how much it's
When it,
fun it is for
yeah, it is. So I can call her up,
when you
message
have
her
somebody
when
in
I
real
want
life.
to
I
learn
mean,
a
on
new.
here is great to have somebody to work with. But when you get that buddy in real life, it sparks your creativity.
Well, see, I was surprised that she actually
That's
had
what
as
you
much
need.
patience as she did, trying to watch me find my freaking stitches and put them through. And she's like, I said I only have 10. Like when I finished it, I said I only have 10 stitches here. She goes, you need 12. Take it off. I'm like, I'm not undoing it. She goes, take it off. I said, no, I can just add them in on the next row. She goes, it's not right. Take it off. I'm like, no, no, I'll do another one. She goes, no, take it off and do it right. And I'm like,
That's awesome.
I'm looking at her like, who are you to tell me what to do with my crochet work, right? And I'm like, so she must have been a teacher or
Never
something.
question the teacher.
I never found out what she did. I will find out what she did before, but she sounded like a teacher. I'm like, undo it and start over again. So, so I'm like, okay, let's take a break for now. We'll come back to it later. We'll work on it later. So I'm actually going to cut this one where it is right now, mark it, and then I'll start another one, brand new, by watching the video all the way through. But our
Some
internet service was
things you can
so
fudge
crappy
on.
out there.
Some things you can fudge
Yep,
on, and there are some that you cannot fudge on that you have to pull it out and redo it. And generally, squares is one of them because if you mess up a square, it's wonky forever.
for sure.
Connie, I lost internet last night. I was in your live. I did leave you a thumb. I just couldn't comment because I couldn't see the buttons on the phone. I think it was last night. Was last night the elephant pie you need? It was last night, wasn't it?
Thanks, Connie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It was
I
that
don't
cute
know.
little elephant.
I'll have to go back and watch. Like our internet was so spotty out there. Like I came in the hangout. I was in for like 2 seconds, then out. Then I came in. I went to another show and I was there for like 3 seconds. Like it was out kicked out. I had a time posting in the chat even when I had a chance to chat in the chat. And so yeah, so like I was saying. So she said call her up and message her whenever I want to learn a new stitch, and she'll be glad, more than happy to help me with new stitches. So I'm like, fine. And she's only been doing it for 2 years. She's self-taught. She learned everything on YouTube, and she's only been doing it for 2 years. But she, like I said, she got everything locked in her. Everything's locked in her mind. It, like we were waiting in line for one of our meals, and I said, "Oh my God, Donna, look at this! I just found this pattern. Look at this cool pattern." And she's like, what is that? And she's trying to figure it out by looking at the pattern itself with single chains, doubles, and singles and slips and everything else on it. And she goes, she can visualize what it is in her head. And she goes, do you have a finished picture of it? I said, yeah, sure I do. So here's the pattern that we were looking at. So there's the pattern we were looking at that I found online. What's it look like to you?
Oh, it's the cupcakes.
Yeah.
Cupcakes.
Yeah. So
If I was a
I zoomed in
13-year-old
on it.
boy, I'd say something else, but it's cupcakes.
So I zoomed in on it, and she's looking at it, and she can actually visualize it in her head, the finished product, right? The finished project. So I showed her the picture of the finished project, and she says, "That's exactly what I was thinking in my mind." She goes, "I want to make a blanket now."
Yeah.
So I sent that to her. So I sent her the
Yeah,
pattern, sent
that's
her this
pretty
picture.
daggone cute.
I sent it to her. She started working on it. She had like 3 rows done in like an hour, and she actually happened to have those 4 different colors. Now, why are so many people carrying so many different colors of yarn
Okay.
at the same time with a project that you never even would have thought of was going to happen?
There's a lot of
Say it.
ends to tie in, but it's cute. It would make a beautiful baby blanket. Matter of fact, I have to make a baby blanket.
I haven't made
We'll
one
make a
for a
cute
while.
edging on a baby blanket.
What kind of edging you
What?
use?
It doesn't have to.
Getting feedback from somebody.
I don't know.
It sounds like a small airplane.
What about what?
I usually carry, if
Okay.
I'm going somewhere and I'm not going to be home, or I know I'm not coming that night, I will carry usually 3 to 4 projects with me. That way, if you get bored with one, you can work on the other one.
If I'm just going like to a get together, I'll just take the one project.
What?
And if it's just a day, a day out, it depends on the project too. Because if
No, I
I'm
mean
working
somewhere
on
where
a
you're going to be
huge
gone for a couple of days and you're not going to be home.
oh yeah, because this one, if I'm gonna be gone just like for the day, and they're playing like Uno and stuff, and I can't play that because I'm partially colorblind. I can't tell colors that they use. So I'll crochet, but I usually don't bring a huge project like a blanket or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll bring smaller ones.
Yeah, I don't usually take my big projects out.
Yeah, now if I'm going like down to
That's
dad's
my
and I'm
curl
gonna
up on the
be there
couch ones.
for if I'm gonna be go down to their dad's and stuff, yeah, I'll take my big projects down there. Because
You should put a
there
yarn stash
everybody
down there. That way you don't have to carry yarn back.
yeah. Because when I go down there, I mean Michaela, my niece, she goes to bed by 8. Dad's in bed by 7. So I say I pretty much have the whole entire back room to myself after that. So that's when I crochet because, you know, Michaela keeps me busy during the day.
I don't know. If I take it,
Oh,
if
and
I have to go to
I
one of
took
his
2
things
hooks with me.
together, it's called antisocial. Sorry, John, go.
I took 2 I took 2 hooks with me. I took my Susan Bates interlock one, right? And Frankenhook. Because I was actually using this one
See
when I was
it?
working on my lap scan. I was using this one when I was working on my lap scan, and she comes over. And she's like, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, this is a Frankenhook." She goes, "What the hell's a Frankenhook?" So I explained to her what Jeannie told me about the toothbrush hooks and everything else. And so I told her that I was making these, and she goes, "Can I try it?" So I gave it to her. She freaking grabbed some yarn and just started freaking working with it. She goes, "Oh my god, it's just so comfortable." And her hands were wet, and she goes, "My hands are wet, and it's not even moving on me." She goes, "It's so comfortable," and she's just freaking boot, 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 boot. She did like a square about that big in like half an hour. She's like, "I need a set of these." I'm like, "I'm taking orders." Hey Liz, how's it going? See
Hi,
Annie?
Liz.
Frank.
Everybody wants a Frankenhook now.
John's Frankenhook. Yeah. Hey, Liz.
Yeah.
Well, for that comfortable, maybe I need a set.
Let me get started on the set for me first, then we'll talk about other sets. And oh, hi Liz, how's it going? Did I say hi Liz already? So yeah, we
Yes,
had a
you
great time.
did. You're forgetful.
Yeah, we were sitting and chatting, having a great time, talking about stitches, talking about yarn, talking about my how I got started and why I got started in it. And I said, yeah, like all my awesome group of community members that I deal with are like the best people to work with and deal with, and they're so patient. They're so patient with me. We joke around a lot, and I told her why I did it, and she's like, "That's awesome. Way to go." So yeah, so she's subbed to me now. She's gonna hopefully come on the panel if I can convince her to come on the panel. She doesn't do video very well, but she said she'll come on the panel if she wants me to, if I want her to. So there you go. You guys can have a new friend to hang out with.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yay!
Yeah.
The more the
Hey
better.
Jeanette, how's it going? Jeanette from West Virginia.
Hi, Jeanette.
You know her? Do you know her,
I
Annie?
heard it.
No, no, new to me.
Who?
Well,
Who?
everybody in Canada knows everybody else in Canada.
Hey, Jeanette. What part of West Virginia you from? I'm in Putnam.
Like, she's probably like right next. Right in, she probably lives 2 doors down from you.
Wouldn't that be something?
You never know.
Well,
Yeah, I talked to
that's how
somebody
we
I've
on
caught up.
actually
here
met
that they
two
live
crocheters.
next town over.
Yeah, I know two people that are
She says
two
she's from
towns away from me that are
Kanawha.
crocheters that I've met in rooms. Kanawha County. Okay. Not too far from me. I'm on the
Yeah,
line.
yeah. Diana D lives next town over for me, about 10 minutes from me.
Well, there you go.
Now,
See, you got
John,
new
how you
friends.
pronounce that word? John,
Yeah,
pronounce that word.
Kanawha,
Pronounce where she's from. Come on. I want
Kanawha,
to hear you pronounce that.
Kanawha.
Very good. Dang. No, the first one was right. No. Kana.
No,
Kana. It's an Indian word. Yes.
no. Kanawha
Yes.
spelled Kanawha
I've lived here
spelled
my whole life. I know how to pronounce it.
KGNAW. Like, okay, so when beavers are chewing
No.
on trees, they're kanawing down a tree. Yeah, beavers kanaw down
oh, yeah.
trees. Right, Greg? I'm
No.
right on this.
Kanawha.
They're Ganon.
No, they're
I would
kanawing.
No,
pronounce it
it's
They're
Ganon.
kanawing
Kanawha.
down trees.
Yeah,
A lot of people do, but
I would
yeah.
say I'd
I
say
just wanted to hear how
Kanawha.
a Canadian would pronounce it, and he got it really, really close.
A lot of people know me by my Cherokee name, Little Wind. Yeah, see. So the thing is with different tribes, there's different dialects. right? Same with Spain and Mexico. Even though they both speak Spanish,
Yes.
they're different dialects. They'd be the same with Cherokee
Yes.
and Mohican and Iroquois and Cree, right? So it's different dialect. That's why I pronounce it the way I did.
No, you pronounce it that way for because you're Canadian. But I think there's
No,
like
I pronounce it that way because
700
the
different
family
dialects in West
reunion I
Virginia.
just came from, the family reunion I just came from is Castor Cree, which are Beaver Cree, right? And that's how their dialects are. Trust me.
Greg,
Jeez, Greg.
you know what they say, Greg? Never trust farts. I guess I can't trust you because you're a fart.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Welcome back, Jess.
I've been back for a
Jeanette,
while,
just bop
but
him over
thank
the
you.
head. Don't pay no attention to him.
I've been here
Because
for
you're
like the
so
last 10
quiet.
minutes, but
Did you swap the pictures around? Is that what it was? I seen something in my periphery. Don't be doing that to me.
I didn't change anything.
I haven't been to a powwow, Jeanette, since I was a kid.
I've never been.
That's a very interesting.
Yeah, me either.
Hey, Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie.
Hey, Jeannie. Uh, my dad was
Hey,
of
Jeannie.
Cherokee descent, and my mom was Blackfoot descent. And I'm Irish descent.
I'm just me.
Yeah, same here.
Like an Irish rover.
I've got
I'll
Irish
say
in
what?
me.
Yeah. There's Irish on both sides of the family too, and I just seem to get all the Irish, the
Yeah.
pale skin, the red hair, the bad temper.
Yeah, Jeanette says she's full-blooded Cherokee.
Cool. Oh God. I'll be right
When
back. I
everybody
think I
talk
got
at
something
once.
brewing.
Uh-oh.
So hey, Jeanette. Oh, Jeannie, have you made these? He's gonna go. Yeah, I made those like freaking 20 years ago. Have you made these? They're little flower squares. Like I said, they're flat on the back. So I learned how to do a magic circle. I learned how to do double stitches in a single stitch, and I learned how to work with a small hook instead of my six. I didn't have a 3.5 like she was using a 3.5. No, she was using a 4.5. But she asked if I had five. I said the smallest one I have closest to you is a 5 point. Yeah, a five. So I got a five, but she was using a 3.5. So yeah. Well, you haven't done one, Jeannie. I found something you haven't done yet. Oh my God, Jeannie, it's so okay. I see. I gotta do a project now. I gotta do a whole project, and, and oh yeah, right. I was showing Joe earlier. So we were discussing that.
Finish the
So
ones you
depending on
got going.
depending on how you connect all these, whether you do a single row, a double row, make it into like you can make it into a head, like we are talking about headbands, scarves, um, shawls, blankets, whatever, cardigans,
Crop top.
sweaters, crop tops, right? And the thing is that there's so many things to do with this tiny little cool little square, right? That um, Joe had mentioned earlier. Well, you can probably use it as an accessory on a freaking hat too, right? Like you could do like two or three of them in different colors
Yep.
and just stitch them right on top. I think that would look cool, right? Or said you can use them as they like make them double them up backwards to each other, make them as a brim for your hat.
Holy moly, Jeanette said last year she made 4,000 hats for homeless veterans.
That's cool, Jeanette.
Holy cow,
That's
Jeanette!
a
Way to go!
lot
That's
of
awesome.
hats. That's a lot of hats, and good for you. I think
Hats
a
are my
lot of us
jam, Jeanette.
here,
We should get together.
yeah, a lot of us here don't. And Jamie says they'll turn it into a brooch.
They would make pretty brooches. I agree. But
Yeah,
John,
even just
I
single
wanted to tell you
brooches too, right?
something. You know how you need your right, but you also learned a very foundational part of something you want to make. You learned the magic circle. You learned how to increase your circle. That flip that over and look at the back of it. That little circle on the back, that's the beginning
Yeah,
of a hat, John.
yeah, yeah. I know.
That's how you
So
start a hat.
we were also discussing we were also discussing her bottle holder as well, and I was looking at it like I was examining it and everything else, and I was looking at the bottom. I said, "Is this a You said this is a magic circle as well?" She goes, "No, that's not a magic circle." I'm like, well, "What is it?" She goes, "It's a circle stitch." I'm like, "Okay, what is a circle stitch if it's not a magic circle?" So basically, she showed me. She basically wound three wraps of yarn around her fingers, and then she did six single stitches on it, but it still had a tail on, and then you can still shrink it like a magic circle, but it's not a magic circle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But
I've
it's not a
never
magic
Still a
done
magic
circle.
circle. I would
Yes, that's
call
what I
it.
had
I
to
would
do
still call it
here
a magic circle.
on this one, actually.
And not magic circle. There are so many different ways to do the magic circle.
It makes more of a
Everybody has
semicircle.
the one that works for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what
Are you
is that
making a
circle called
dress?
then, Jeff? If it's not a magic circle.
That's your
It's a semicircle.
What are you making? What are you making, Jess? Everybody wants to see what you're
A
making.
shawl. My first shawl.
Wow,
have
just
to share my
shawl.
page.
all over my screen.
My first ever. Hold on. I'm
First
sharing
shawl.
my screen. First ever.
That is so pretty.
No, and it's not going to go bigger. There you go.
Ooh. That almost looks like lace crochet.
In this color.
It is.
So it's going to be reverse from that one then. Okay, cool.
Well, no, that one's pink.
Well, that one goes from orange to yellow to pink. Yours goes from yellow to orange
No.
to red. Okay.
Well, yes. So completely different. So that's what I'm working on.
You're supposed to make it the same.
I'm supposed to what?
You're supposed to make it look the same.
No. I mean, whoever can, but no. I don't want to do something
Based on the
the
stained
exact
glass
same as
window
somebody else.
in the council chamber at Buffalo City Hall, New York. I was thinking that looked like a city skyline, and it is.
And it is. Yes, it is.
That's pretty, Jess.
That's kind of cool.
Thank you.
No way.
What shawl is that you're doing?
Actually, I was well, it was on screen. Hold on. Let me stop sharing and then reshare. Hey, Jeannie. All right, hold on. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back, Connie.
All right, this is what I'm working on. My first shawl ever.
Jeannie.
Hi, Amy. Hi, Joe.
So there's my
She's
shawl.
wanting to know. Oh, it's called the Silk Purse.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called
I
the
see.
Oh,
Deco.
wow. Well, have fun. I want to see it when it's done.
Here's the start. Stop sharing.
Are you using an E? Like it calls for?
No. No. Actually, I went up to an F. Only because I did not have an E until I bought one that night. So Friday night, this is when I started it. Me, BJ, and Melanie actually met up. We had dinner and we went to our local yarn store. I got a pony hook. Never had a pony hook.
As
Don't know if
everyone-
I'm going to like it. It's super short here. So my bird has stolen a lot of my hooks, including my E.
My
So I
only
bought one
problem
that
with
night. So I
pony
worked with
hooks
them.
is if you're not careful, you'll keep hitting your cuticle with them, and it'll make your cuticle sore. So you kind
I
of
can almost
have
say
to
I
watch
can
that.
almost guarantee I'm not going to like them.
That's what I don't
Right.
like. What I don't like about pointy hooks.
Well, and they're kind of Susan Batey. Kind of. The head's not as pointy, but this part is as pointy. The neck is.
Down, come down,
So,
come down.
but haven't used
You're
it
out of
yet.
frame.
I don't want to come down. Ugh. Yeah. See?
There you
It's
go.
rounded like a boy hook. Rounded like a boy, but then also
Yeah.
has the inlet set like a Susan Bates. So I can already say that I'm probably not going to like it because it's not pointy enough.
Yes.
I like pointy things. I'm a Susan Bates girl all the way. So, but yeah, that's what I'm working on. I don't think I'm going to like it, but that was the
Well,
closest
would you
that
like
they
to share any
had
insights
to Susan Bates.
on this next step in your journey?
What do you mean? Jeanette says she's making
Reasons
hats
why I
right
don't
now
like
He's
one weight yarn.
concentrating.
for veterans. Oh, Jeannie left us.
Yeah, because the earlier you start, the more you have ready before it gets cold. Jeanette, I donate to the local senior center every year with hats.
I'm here. I was saying I love what you made, John. Was that a video? I couldn't see the detail because I was looking at my phone, so it's like so small,
Oh,
but it looked pretty
boy,
cool.
it is pretty small. So this is the one that my friend Donna made for me, right? So this is the one that she made. She probably she already had maybe 80 of them attached together for a cardigan she was making. And see, my lighting's
Oh,
way off on this. It's hard to see it though, but like it's basically a flower, right? And the back is like flat.
nice.
So
Okay.
so she let me keep this one, and this is the one that I was working on right there.
Okay.
So I got it
So is there a
started, and
video?
there's a video in the description down below that I added on there. In so
Oh,
when I showed
okay.
the video, yeah. So the one second. So there's the videos in the description down below. I showed a little bit of it earlier as well. The channel user's name is Shara.
Okay.
Shara. One second. Stop. Chendra. CHENDDIY. Chenda DIY.
Okay. Yeah, you could do a lot of things with that one, especially because the back is flat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? And yeah, like she wants to show me like everything. Connie, the link is in the chat. Our chat thingy there. Oh, I can send it to you directly too. And yeah, so she wants to show me like as much as she can. I told her I want to learn everything, and she's like, "Yeah, I can teach you a lot of stuff."
So she
So,
works with you?
yay! No, she lives just down like 8 blocks away. So we're at family reunion. Everybody comes from all over, right? And I figured she was like down south or freaking Calgary, Lethbridge area, wherever, right? And yeah, it turns out she's only 8 blocks away. So
Oh, that's cool. That's
we're gonna get
good.
together and yeah, so we're gonna get together, do some crocheting. She can either come here or I can have a video at her place. So we'll figure all that. We'll figure out the logistics later. But yeah, so she wants to meet my crazy friends, my crazy yarny friends.
It'll be better. It's nicer when you have
Hey
someone
Connie.
right in front of you that can show you how to crochet.
Hey Connie, how are you?
Good.
What are you up to?
Little
There's your little owl.
Oh,
How cute that
he's
thing is.
adorable.
His name is Will. The guy's name is Will. I put it down. Cat. Why am I hearing that echo?
That's cute.
Yeah,
Very cute.
I did it yesterday. I constructed it in today and I did all the parts. And I just created this hat. I didn't have a pattern.
That's awesome, Connie. Oh, when is I shared your link out for your painting show already. You said it's on Thursday, Wednesday,
It's
Thursday,
on Wednesday.
Wednesday. So Wednesday, 7 Central, right?
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Yeah.
yeah, because I
So Wednesday, 7 Central.
yeah,
Cool.
and then I won't have any videos or any lives until my grandsons go back home. We're picking them up on Sunday and they'll be here for 9 days. So life will be a little different during that time.
Priorities.
Yep. We're going to be doing all kinds of arts and crafts. And if they like me to go live with them, so I might do some pop-ups. Because we've done a lot of, they love to paint, so, and do arts and crafts. So we'll
We'll get
see.
them in the shop on your other channel too. Get some views on there.
It's too hot to be in the shop.
Oh my God, it's not too hot. My
I
furnace
have
kicked in when I was
no,
in here earlier.
it's 100 and something degrees.
Oh, hell no.
And there's no air conditioning and no, yeah. I just have a couple of fans and that's all. So, but we're gonna do a bunch of arts and crafts, and they love to paint. So I'm probably gonna let them do a painting too.
Cool, that's awesome. So, how many people are on your how many people are on your panel right now? As it is, you got pretty much the five of us plus you, right?
I have uh, you and Jessica and Annie and Joe. Did you say you were going to? Wasn't sure if Joe said she was going to. But I can have only 6, but I use 2 for me, but switch back and forth and just do one, so I'd
Yeah.
have 5 people.
Cool. So we'll be sure and check that on Thursday then. We'll all be over there anyway, and we're sharing your link out just to get you some more views and everything else too. Way to go, Connie. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jeanette's busy. She's also making camel hearts that'll be sent to the military men and women serving for Christmas. Holy cow! Look at you.
Cool.
Connie's live will be Wednesday,
Yeah.
July 3rd at 7 o'clock Central Time.
Right. Yeah, because
4th of July, no one's gonna come. Or not a lot of people. So.
No, everybody will be outside barbecuing, getting ready for fireworks and all the stuff of hoopoo got. So she's going live on Wednesday, July 3rd at 7 o'clock Central Time.
Right. And then I won't have a video on. If I can get a video ready for Sunday, I'll have one. But I won't be in town, so it won't be for here. And then we get back with the kids on Monday afternoon, and then we don't leave to take them back until the next Wednesday. So
Okay.
unless.
Hey, Lydia, welcome in.
Hey, Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
So we'll just have to wait and see.
So, Jeanette, you seem busy. How much time do you spend crocheting?
I know. For
Like,
me,
to you, like it may not seem like it may not seem like a lot to you to have on your plate, but wow, it sounds like you have a lot on your plate right now.
Well, did you see? Hey, John,
Kudos
did
to
you
you
see
for.
John, did you see all those blankets that I made last year? In
Yes, I did.
I made four twin size blankets. Lego blankets.
Jeanette says my husband's been served. He passed 2 years ago, and they keep it going.
Way to go, Jeanette. That's awesome.
Thank you for his service.
Oh, in
Sorry
case
for
you're
your
curious,
loss.
Bag a Day has 1.6 thousand viewers on right now.
And I am
Yeah,
not one of
she's
I
having
can't
an auction.
keep going.
Yeah, she's having an auction, and there's no way I'm going to pay $800 for a blanket. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
I ain't got
Hey,
it like
Chris.
that. So
14 hours a day. Holy cow, Jeanette. Jeanette, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to my channel. It'd be awesome. And we'd love to talk to you some more. Yeah, you'd get you join us right along without a problem, right? Wish I could crochet for 14 hours. Yeah, that'll never happen.
You'll be getting there. Just wait and see.
Every time I'm not got something else
Well,
going on,
so
crocheting.
yeah, so I was crocheting for uh 5 hours on the weekend, and like I said, like I basically I had to take a break because I was just into it, and everybody was just coming around watching me, and I was just like I felt pressured to just keep going.
Yes.
Like, oh, what are you doing? This looks cool. I kept going, kept going, kept going. That's it. Kept going, kept going, kept going, and then I ended up with this huge yarn. I pulled my string out, huge freaking yarn bar for the middle of my ball, and it was all like, why don't you wind it the other way? I'm like, I was supposed to do
Saga
center
of the
ball.
yarn.
I do both.
We've all been there.
I'll pull from the center, but then all of a sudden you pull out a very big knot. So
I always
Yeah,
go
like
from the
there
center.
should not have been a knot in the middle of that, but there was apparently. So
it happens.
and I
What
think
about
So
you?
yeah,
then
so
more than one.
a ball like this big, and you know.
I gotta get a ball winder. I gotta get me a ball winder so I can. First of all, I gotta get these skeins that I got from CIA. Like I gotta get them balled up, so I need a ball winder regardless. I don't know what I want to do with them yet though.
I probably should get a ball.
John. Use a water bottle. Use a pop bottle.
This is my ball winder.
I'm gonna get a real ball. And you know what? If I can't find one, if the one that I want doesn't come in, which it hasn't come in yet, I gotta contact them. I gotta contact them. Then I'm gonna make one regardless.
You were gonna contact
Oh, and
them 2 weeks ago.
yeah, I know, and I didn't. So I'm gonna contact them. tonight. I'll email them tonight and find out what's wrong with it, or like whatever happened to it. Um, and then oh yeah, so on the weekend we had this huge silent auction, and I got like orders to make a lot of stuff. I got orders to make a lot of stuff from wood, and I got these washcloth orders that people want for Christmas now. And I think I sold probably 12 bracelets and a necklace for Cliff. Oh, and I also may have sold some lithophanes for Charles.
Oh
Does
wow, I
anybody else want
forgot
me to sell
about.
some stuff? Oh, you know what? I should sell some puzzles for art too. That's what I got to do. I should sell some
Well,
puzzles for art too.
that little owl, that sold,
Yeah.
and now taking pothos mushroom, which is a plant. It's a hanging plant with, trundles coming off of it. And that
Cool.
between
Oh,
two
and
things be $50.
and I also mentioned one of those coaster plants, right?
Hmm.
Annie, you know what I'm talking about, right? So I mentioned one of those coaster plants to somebody. They're like, "Oh, we need three of those." I'm like, "Why do you need three freaking coaster plants?" Well, she's like, "Oh, I can put one up on decoration over here. I can have one on the coffee table for coffee and actual coasters, and I can have one on the dining room table." I'm like, "All right, give me time. Give
All
me
makes
time, and
sense.
I'll figure it out." I know, right? Like, give me time. I'll figure it out. Yeah.
You know
So
what?
I got like all these freaking orders to do now.
You know what I was thinking about doing? 'Cause I need to make some more coasters, make some like different granny squares, and embed them
Yeah.
in red, and then put felt on the bottom of them, and then you can use them, and they won't sweat and won't get wet.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yay.
how about how about granny squares with attached to actual stretcher boards made out of wood
Yes,
frames
yes.
in resin with felt bottoms on them?
Well, yeah, I would
These and
stretch
that's
them. Like, I would definitely stretch them. I have a stretcher before I put them down in the resin.
well no what well no. Like I would build actual frames for them for the outside of the coaster before I put them in resin because that way it's my woodworking and my crocheting and my DIY resin freaking crafting side.
So I would have to have a mold that the whole thing would fit into.
No, Connie, we're talking about me now. Enough about you. I'm stealing
I'm
your
talking about
idea. We're talking about me now.
the whole thing. I could do that too.
You get him, Connie.
Well, I
He's
can.
already in trouble for not sending a rescue party after me today.
Oh, stop! Enough. Did you die in the truck? Did you die?
Eh,
Like that's why I asked. Did you at least leave the window down? No, I found a straw in the ground. Well, then you got out of the vehicle. Then obviously,
What happened?
My husband went into
tell your
Home
story.
Depot, and I didn't think I was going to survive.
Oh, that's when you went with your husband. Okay,
Yeah,
you went to Home Depot.
yeah. That's like us going to a yarn store.
Yeah.
Tell the
Mm,
rest of the story now.
John asked me if I could breathe, and I told him
Oh
I had to
my.
open the door and find a used straw and breathe through the air conditioner vent. That was the only way I could breathe. We was gone for 1,000,000 years.
Breaking my back. Look, all the crap I put up with you guys. Yeah,
See,
no wonder I love
I
you
would
guys so
love.
much.
My husband doesn't go to Home Depot unless he's going with me. He doesn't. He goes with me. And when I go to Hobby,
John, you keep coming back for the punishment.
yeah,
This is
when I
true.
go to Hobby Lobby,
Well,
he
you know
goes.
what? So
only real men go to Home Depot.
Connie, you know how when we get in the yarn
so
aisle and we're touching it and we're feeding, and we're smell. Yeah, that's the way he does with wood.
That's what I do.
I love the smell of wood.
yeah,
Same thing. I want to
I
smell
love
it,
the
touch
smell
it.
of wood.
Yeah,
I
I love
yeah,
Home
I'm the same
Depot.
way.
husband has no tools.
So
Oh God, that
talking
flew
about
so
coming
far
back
over my
for the
head. It took me
punishment.
a minute to catch it. By the way,
Yeah, what?
Talking about coming back for punishment. So this long weekend, family reunion. So we only meet up for like once every year, right? Is when we see most people. But my friend Conrad and his wife Rocky, like we freaking meet up like twice, 2, 3 times a year maybe. And the whole weekend, she would not let go. She was just freaking right by my side, just egging me on, just freaking right in my face the whole time. Like, Rocky, stop. She goes, you know you love it. I said, yes, I do. I love the punishment from you. I love the punishment attention that I'm getting from you. And like, it's like, like this is why you come back every year, isn't it? Yes, Rocky, it is. For all the crap and punishment I get from you. It's like I get it for enough from everybody on my show and in the hangout and
it's
I gotta stop
me. I'm
procrastinating.
that girl.
Oh, well,
If
not
we
that
all have that one person we have to give crap to because it's fun.
I'll take it. I'm here for it. All right, everybody. Jeanette, you're new here. Thank you for showing up. And like I said, like and subscribe to the page if you want. If you want, you don't have to. We're not pressuring you into it. Um,
But do it
my
anyway.
crochet
Yeah,
journey,
and we're crazy.
my crochet journey show is going to be every Monday night. If I'm not working out of town on a real job, and usually on Sundays as well. So we usually go all day Sunday, and you don't have to be here for the whole thing if you don't want to be. But it'd be great to have you join us. So yeah, welcome to the show, and thank you for all your support for the veterans and the homeless. Awesome work. Anybody else got anything else to say or want to show anything off?
no.
No.
What? Do you need to get any yarn?
All my other stuff I've already put in my crafter and I ain't getting up to get it.
Well, I mean, I've got a lot of yarn, but it would take a while.
She got some yarn. She did.
Oh, she got yarn.
Who?
Oh no, I didn't yarn. I got lots of yarn,
Yeah,
but
she got lots of yarn.
How
Oh,
much?
you're having a video up on that. Are you doing a video for that?
I don't know.
How much
Maybe.
yarn did I send you?
I don't know. I've got way too. Connie, don't even. Way more than just the thread that I was aware that you were sending to me.
Well, how much was that? What was it? 14 spool?
This box,
That's more than just thread.
precisely.
Yeah, I didn't even count it. I just put it in until it was full.
That was
Oh,
nice.
Jeanette, you gotta take a break, girl.
They look,
Yeah. Way more than thread, Connie.
Yeah.
We agreed to thread.
well, I told, and I didn't.
It's
I
on my door.
didn't pay postage with the thread either. I took the thread part off. I paid for the thread postage. So it was just a gift. But you didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah. The box is big.
It is. And it's the only one I could find
Okay.
that the thread would fit in. But then there was like this much room from the thread to the top. I had to fill it in.
Yeah, she had to fill the box.
Yeah. You want to send a box, you don't want to send it empty, so you want to fill it up.
See, that's what I
And
say.
apparently, this is the smallest box that she could find.
Well,
Well,
the smallest one that it would all fit in.
19 by 9.
By 12 or 11, I think.
12.
So all smaller boxes, threads wouldn't fit into it.
Well, it's okay. It's okay because Jeannie, the cute little birdie
Mm-hmm.
that y'all see on the panel.
Oh, it's Joey.
Ugh.
Jeannie and Joey. Hi, Jeannie.
That's
Look at the size of
Joey.
that box.
Oh my gosh. How many pounds, Jeannie? And
Oh,
I
I
think your
forgot.
scale was very wrong.
I forgot. Was it?
It should
I
say
don't
on the
19
remember.
table, though.
pounds, 20 pounds, I don't know. It was flipping heavy. So yeah, we have yarn.
Yep.
The box is half the size of
And
her,
then
Jeannie.
yarn.
Should have known better.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
But then it's better.
Continue with shopping.
I placed an order at Hirschner's. And I
Oh, what did you buy me? I never bought yarn from Hirschner's. What did you buy me?
gosh, all these
What?
Size
boxes
of
are
that
so
box.
big. I know, I'm
Holy.
so little. Look,
That looks like it's like 24 by 24 by 12.
look,
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't put my arms around it. Ah,
Well, that's not really
Oh
saying
my
a lot,
god.
Jess, because your arms aren't that long.
Jessica, repeat after me. Hi, my name is Jessica, and I am a yarn addict.
no, okay, so Hirschner's had a sale. And then Jeannie had a sale. And then me and Connie started trading. Like, I have so much
Oh,
yarn. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Ugh. And then I also had my first Hobie order that I haven't shown off yet. Ugh.
oh, wow.
Somebody needs
So,
a bigger shelf behind them.
no,
Yeah.
I actually already have storage containers. I have 6 of them ready to go. Nope. They were empty, so I needed to fill them. Because my shelves are not all the way full.
Ah, I
Well,
see
I
how
know-
You need to get rid of one of your kids so you could have your own classroom.
See, I am so trying to get rid of my daughter. She's 22. I'm like, dude, like, go move. Go find, bye. I need your room. I'm working on it. Working on it. Started on that like 2 years ago. I'm like, you know,
Oh man, I wouldn't not have that
I
problem.
I still have 2 empty drawers. I got 2 empty drawers for my stackable system here, though. That I need
no,
to fill up.
I have a half of this stackable system, and I love the drawers because they're like all removable.
Yeah, so are these ones, and they're cool and handy because I can take them anywhere I want. I should make one of
No,
no
mine
shoes
are big. Hold on.
pouch, take anywhere I
No,
want.
I don't.
John, take the sticker off the box.
Do not take the sticker off the box.
Why?
'Cause
It
stickers on
Because I
boxes annoy me. If it's a clear box, it's got to take the stickers off.
it removes
Annie?
resale value though.
No, no,
It
no, no,
reduces
no,
resale
no.
value.
Okay,
Ooh, those are
I'm
nice.
the person that will leave that clear plastic on the brand new kitchen appliances for as long as they will stay.
Me
Do
too.
not remove the sticker. Don't do it.
No.
So here's my restackable system.
My
I was looking
sister
at those
has
too.
my sister loves hers.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is dust can get into those in my shop.
True. Well, and she uses hers for fabric.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a sawdust.
Well, that's good for
Yeah.
you, but it's
Yeah.
not good for me. That's why I like the system. No, Annie, no. That's why I like the system
Don't
I
tell
have.
Annie,
because
no.
That way,
Do not be mean to my Annie. Don't be mean to my Annie.
that way these
You've
are
been
lockable.
mean enough
and
to her.
There's a rubber washer around them to protect them from the dust from going inside.
Okay, but what is the biggest size of yarn that you can smush in there?
I can put a large skein there. Thank you for joining us, Jeanette. Take care and have fun. The biggest one
Have
I
a good
have in
night.
here.
Nice meeting you. Hope to see you again.
There you go. That's the biggest one right there.
So, a standard size.
So number 4. I mean, you could get a 5-weight or a
there's-
6-weight, but it would have to mush in there.
Yeah.
It's a number 4, 357 yards on it,
Yeah, that's
And
the
then I
main
got-
space.
and then 3 other number 4s with 285 yards per each one, plus this one down here.
I'm just saying, I don't know like how much of a chunky that you can get in there.
I don't know yet.
Oh no, I've decided that, I want y'all to pray for my husband. There's nothing wrong with him except he's married to me.
Thank you, Jeanette. I appreciate that. And yeah, join us on Monday nights and Sundays, and just keep a watch out because we never know when I'm going to go on. They might say, "Oh, John, why don't you go crochet today instead of woodworking?" You never know.
John is full of
All right.
surprises.
The
Full of surprises.
week of my first surgery, I probably won't be on, not because of my eye, but because he's on vacation. I can't have conversations when he's on vacation because that's when he wants my attention. No, he'll sit in a room with me for 8 hours reading a book and won't say a word to me until I get on the phone or I get online. And then he wants to talk to me. And I was just like, nah. Actually, he said, would it be possible to get away on my vacation? I said, I would love to send you away on your vacation. He's like, wait, he said, I was like, no, he needs to get away from me. I mean, that man needs a vacation from me. He really does. I love him to death, but he needs to go do something for himself for a little while. I was thinking about sending him out in the back of the Beyond in a log cabin in the middle of the woods with no phone service. That's the plus.
That's my husband today. Yesterday he went out mode, didn't get too much
Is
fluid.
there any other surprises for today that we need to know about?
Well,
Anything anybody wants to discuss? No?
Nope.
no, my husband, I have to jump on him and say, you need to drink all these fluids before you go to bed, or you're going to be sick again. You have to drink them. Because he forgot.
Pull your mic up, please. Connie,
What?
pull your mic up closer to your mouth.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
No. I keep forgetting. No, my husband didn't drink enough fluid yesterday, and then it's almost a half day away, and he had only drank 2 cups of coffee in a small amount, and he'd been outside in 100-degree weather. So I made him drink a 32-ounce mug and another half of another one. Because he was good.
Yep.
Because he doesn't listen.
I have to stay on top of Bill because he won't drink unless I literally put it in his hand and tell him, drink this.
Well, my husband's got diabetes, and his A1C was too high, so they put him on Jardians. Jardians makes you thirsty, and it makes you have to go to the bathroom. So if you ignore it and don't drink, you still have to go to the bathroom, which can make you
Dehydrate you.
And so I have to stay on him.
I will tell you all that I found something today that I'd never seen before, and it's green apple Gatorade.
Oh, yeah.
I am not a Gatorade fan, but I've got to try this.
I don't drink any of those kind of drinks.
I have to drink Gatorade because it has, although my sister did tell me I can get the, electrolytes that you can dissolve. It just don't taste anything. You can put it in whatever you're drinking to get your,
Yeah.
because electrolytes tend to get low in the summertime. So I have to drink something to replenish it.
I drink green tea all day long.
I do love green tea.
Green tea.
Yeah, green tea. I drink my coffee in the morning. I drink water and green tea, and that's
I
it.
drink coffee all day long.
I drink coffee, one cup of coffee in the morning.
I usually have a cup of coffee and a bottle of water with me all the time.
No, Jessica's not froze. I can see her moving.
She's just very, very still.
I'm not that still. Gosh. I know I don't sit still. Come on now.
We see you blink every once in a while. Now you do, when you're concentrating on something, you'll just stop moving completely.
You look like you have a
Barely
fan
see
on.
breathing.
You look like there's a fan because your hair keeps moving.
Exactly. Because no, it's not a fan. My leg never sits still.
Oh,
So yeah,
so it's
my leg
constant.
is bouncing like 300 miles an hour. No.
My sister used to do that in high heels in church with a wooden floor. It was fun.
Yeah, if my leg's not moving, then I'm twirling on something. I never sit still. No, I'm always moving.
She could
So
relate.
yeah, no,
to it
my
because
kitchen don't have a fan.
I have fans in every room.
Yes.
My kitchen needs a fan.
I have
Should
turbo
have.
fans in all my rooms
I
and
put
ceiling fans.
when I bought this house, it didn't have a fan in the kitchen, and it didn't have a fan upstairs in one of the bedrooms, and I installed them both. So we had fans.
When my husband showed me how to install a ceiling fan, and I seen actually how easy it was, other than holding it up, kind of have to have an extra pair of hands for that. I
Well,
was
there's
like,
usually a little
I
foot.
didn't know it was that hot. It was real easy. You just basically plug and play.
Yep, it's really easy. I've done 2 of them. So
Dragon Lady. Jess is the Dragon Lady.
Man, depending on what channel you find me on, I've got quite a few nicknames.
I would call her Puff, but I think it would be, the connotation would be bad, so I just call her Dragon Lady.
Oh no, it's okay. Dee and Thriss call me Jessica Yummy. There's a lot of names that I know. I'm called Jessica Yummy.
I can see that.
Not because I make sweets.
Because you're a yummy person.
No, it's because I make sweets.
Because you're a yummy person. Do you think a sour person could make sweets? Come on. I do. I am impressed with my pie. I will say, yeah, that's the best pie I ever made in my life, and I will be making
No,
it.
we need to talk.
Everybody that's tasted it wants the recipe, and I'm like, they're like, you made it up as you went along, didn't you? And I said, yeah, I kind of made it up as I went. I couldn't find a recipe for exactly what I wanted, and I watched a bunch of different recipes, and I'm like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to take a little bit from this recipe and a little bit from that recipe, and I'm going to make my own.
what kind of pie was it? I saw it on the
It's
group.
a peanut butter chocolate silk pie.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's like the first layer is peanut butter silk. The second
man.
layer
Yeah.
is chocolate silk, and then there's whipped cream on top of that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
And a little piece is enough. You don't want to eat a big piece of this pie.
So last week, my husband said, "Can you put peanut butter in my ice cream when you make it?" And I'm like,
Yeah, peanut butter ice cream's delicious.
"Sure, I can do that." So I made him a chocolate cheesecake peanut butter ice cream. Fell in love with
Down
it.
with that.
He goes,
Okay.
"Just make my ice cream with peanut butter every single time." I said, "No, because peanut butter doesn't go with pistachio. Peanut butter doesn't go with peach. I mean, that's gross."
Yes,
So,
it does. Yeah, it does.
well, it doesn't to me, but whatever. So, yesterday or the day before, I made him a chocolate, peanut butter, and banana ice cream.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
ooh.
that sounds good.
So I just put peanut butter in a little cup, put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds so that it doesn't become super thin liquid, but it can pour in, and he likes it. So,
Do you know how I know how good this pie was? Because number one, Bill does not like peanut butter. Number two, Bill does not like chocolate. Number three, Bill's like, I want another piece of that pie on my lunch tonight. I was like, but you don't like peanut butter and chocolate. I want a piece of that pie. And I was like, okay, well, make sure you have a piece of pie. And then Greg was like, can you make this sugar free? And I'm like, yeah, I probably could. And he was like, well, he said,
But I
that'd
don't
be a
want it.
nice for me. No, you could make it. You could make it completely sugar free. You could use natural peanut butter, which has no sugar in it, and then
right.
just make the pudding, but make the pudding with a sugar substitute instead of regular sugar. It could be
Or
made
just
sugar free.
I use sugar-free pudding, and you cannot tell the difference. That's why I make ice cream. I make it with cream cheese, sugar-free pudding, and then I will put all the other ingredients, but there's no sugar in it. Now there is a little bit of carbs if I put a banana or if I, put a few different things like fruit. There is carbs which turns into sugars, but there's no actual sugar.
Sugar, yeah. The only thing I think I would change is I would have put more cocoa in the chocolate silk. I think it needed more of a pop.
Yeah.
But my sister's homemade vanilla in that, oh my goodness. I told her, I was like, yeah, I will order the vanilla beans and I will buy the vodka and you're going to come down and we're going to make me some vanilla extract because she makes her own. And I was,
Actually, Annie, use Everclear. Everclear works better.
if I can find it in small bottles because it's not something that would be drank. Now, vodka.
You can. Everclear is not something you can find in small bottles, but it does work better because it is stronger. So it actually gets more of the flavor of the vanilla beans out of the pod than what vodka can. No matter how long you soak it, I've done both of them, and if you can find it,
vanilla pods do you think I would need for a bottle of Everclear? For like a
I've
fifth?
done three.
Three?
Like
3 for 4 months. It's
Yeah.
the best ever vanilla. And the thing is all you have to do is continue to keep adding Everclear the more you use your vanilla. So send say if it's something you want to give as a gift, send them a little bottle of Everclear home with them. So the more they use the vanilla, they can just continue to keep adding the Everclear. But Everclear is not sold in small bottles.
Yeah, I was going to say
Not
the only
most
thing,
places.
the smallest I've ever seen was a fifth.
Yes. But still, you can get it for like $20.
Yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't the cost. It's just she used the vodka, and I had never even heard of making homemade vanilla. I mean, obviously
It
they had
takes
to.
so much longer.
Yeah, but
It takes
so
about
much
9 months. Yeah. Well, using vodka takes about 9 months versus Everclear using 3.
No,
and
I
the
mean,
thing
it
with
tastes better than
Everclear.
what you buy. When you
Oh, absolutely. Anything homemade tastes better than you buy.
So I told her I would, and I use a lot of vanilla, so especially, through the holidays when I'm doing my baking. And I was like, it would be, because vanilla's getting high.
Well, that's what, I mean, it's amazing to give as Christmas presents, but also vanilla beans. But vanilla beans are not cheap.
Yeah, but then you see, you can make vanilla sugar, take a bean out and then put it in some sugar and make some vanilla sugar. That way you have, to put on your cream of wheat or your oatmeal in the mornings, which is delicious. Cinnamon vanilla. Ooh, cinnamon vanilla toast. That'd be good. I'm all about
But yeah,
cinnamon.
Everclear is a little bit better. It doesn't take as long. But if you have some kind of light to put it under, it actually goes a little bit faster, but you have to rotate it so it doesn't grow some mold.
I know she told me, she said, make sure you shake it really good every time you use it. And I was like,
Yep.
Okay. But yeah,
But
I
you really wouldn't think
bottle
there's too
open
many
when I
molds
was
that
making
good.
the fillings. And Bill was on the front porch and he goes, what are you making in there? I said, nothing yet. He goes, what smells so good? I said, that's the vanilla. He goes, damn. He said, I can smell it all the way out on the front porch.
And it's even better if you can smoke it or cold smoke it. So what you would do is, if you actually have some wood chips, soak your wood chips, put aluminum foil on a stainless steel container and actually light your wood chips, but then attach a hose to your vanilla beans and smoke your vanilla beans. It is so good, especially a Madagascar vanilla bean that's been smoked. Yeah, takes baking stuff like to a new extreme.
Hickory chips?
It's so good.
I'm trying to think of what kind of wood I've got out there.
Cherry wood's pretty good. Mesquite makes it actually taste like barbecue, so I wouldn't prefer it.
I'm not big
Hickory's
on
not too
mesquite.
bad. Applewood is the best.
I have cherry wood out there. Yeah, cherry wood. I use cherry wood. There she moved. You
Yep,
froze
now
for a
I
second.
officially froze.
Yeah,
I'll be
no,
back.
you're not now. You're back.
I'll crash.
That's the way mine's been doing.
My computer's going down. So I'll see you guys in a second, as soon as it officially goes out.
I seriously want to go and grab my friend Dan by the throat and give him a good shake because he sent me that daggone clip to come on the lead. Now that song is stuck in my head, which is why I shared it with you all. Because usually if I share it out my earwigs, I get rid of them.
I'm gonna go back into the chat and leave the StreamYard. And she's gone.
Yep.
Going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
All
back
right,
into
so
the chat.
that's our show, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're all gonna head out and go over to the hangout if you guys want. We'll see y'all over there. Take care, have fun, and I'll figure out these rose stitches somehow. See how they work out for me.
You'll get it.
You'll get it. Practice makes perfect.